Well, 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 good afternoon. It is 4:44 p.m. here in Melbourne, Florida. The title that I've selected for today's video, which will go up as the second video of the day, is dealing with people that act as if they are perfect. I've decided to make a change in the time I do my videos from early morning to afternoon. Not sure how this will work since I have a long habit of waking up really, really early. In any case, I've been under a lot of pressure lately, and I've expressed that in the video that was posted this morning. A couple of people chided me for expressing anger and disappointment, as if a spiritual person like me should never feel that way. And even if he or she did feel like that, they should never express it publicly. I don't and won't buy that BS. And I'm not sorry either. Negative emotions are authentic and common to all humans, with the exception of those who think they are perfect. Just so you know, I've never claimed to be one of those people. I will continue to share honestly. If you or anyone doesn't like this, you're listening to the wrong man. To me, expression is far healthier than suppression of emotions. Today I choose to deal with the perfect people by deleting their messages. I have no idea where this is going to go. It may be short, it may be long. All I know is that I've been re-examining all of my beliefs, all of my habits, all of my continuums. I've been examining and re-examining, looking at them over and over again, trying to figure out what the hell I believe. And if you don't like four-letter words, neither did I. I was taught by my Sunday school teacher, John Struss, when I was either a pre-teenager or perhaps in my first year of being a teenager. I don't remember what age I was when he was my Sunday school teacher. But he said that cursing is the crutch of an intellectual cripple. And I bought it. And I remember when I was in the Army, when I accidentally let a four-letter word out of my mouth, and I cried. I really did. And I cried once on another occasion when one of my boyhood friends, who was a female in that case, threw a rock and hit me in the head, and I swore. And I cried then too, because cursing was the crutch of an intellectual cripple. And then I discovered the workshops in 1994 with Art Sellers, when cursing was part of the workshop. It blew my mind. It blew my belief system. It blew me away because I witnessed miracles in that workshop when people were allowed to express with four-letter words what they were actually feeling. FU was common. Anyway. There's a lot of people in the world, and I used to be one of them, who think they're perfect because they avoid four-letter words, because they avoid expressing anger, because they avoid letting down their standard of superiority and of perfection. I recognize you because I'm one of you. And yes, I've had a drink very quickly before I started this video. And I have another one sitting here that I've hardly touched yet. But I feel it. I feel it. And it's okay. Because I am living life. I'm experimenting. And I'm not doing anything wrong. If it offends you, turn it off. You don't have to listen. But there's a lot of people out there that think they're perfect because they know the right answers. They've believed the right belief system. And those people think they have the right to preach to other people and to criticize other people and to judge other people. Sometimes I come across that way. After all, I was born in a fundamentalist Christian family. I was raised that way. It's part of my culture, and it's part of my innate training, if you will. It's part of where I come from, and sometimes I come off that way. But I've learned something over the years. I've learned that when people are hurting, when people are feeling negative emotions, the worst thing you can do is try to correct them. Is try to act as if you're superior and they're behaving at some lower vibration. That's bullshit. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. All vibrations are good vibrations, all of them. There's no such thing as a negative emotion. There's no such thing as bad expression. No such thing as you've got it wrong. Oh, don't get me wrong. There are things that are right and wrong. There is good and evil. I'm not saying that there's not, as so many New Age pragmatists and propagandists teach. There is such a thing as right and wrong. There is wisdom and there is lack thereof. And if I've learned anything in my life, I've learned a little bit of wisdom. I don't have it all, and I never claimed to, and I don't claim to now. I don't have all the answers. I get frustrated, I get angry, I get really, really hurt when people don't listen. Really, really frustrated when my message seems to fall on deaf ears. And I get really, really scared. Yes, afraid. Because I still live in a world where there are people who believe that controlling me and shutting me up and taking what is rightfully mine is okay. I live in that world. And it's a frightening thing to live in that world. To know that there are people that think they're actually doing the right thing by taking my home, my ministry, my right to be and to express. People that think they're more perfect than I am, even if they're totally unconscious, like policemen that wear badges and soldiers that wear uniforms, that follow orders of psychopaths and sociopaths, and they think they're patriotic or they're doing a public service. Most people still are not awake. Most people are still asleep. Most people are still in the matrix, entrapped, imprisoned, disempowered, unaware of the reality of the world around them. They are slaves to a system of lies. It bothers me a lot when I don't think that I'm making an impact, when I don't feel I'm getting through to people, when even my friends don't seem to listen, don't seem to hear. I got a letter from one of my friends just a little bit ago, actually while I was sitting here. She's one that I mentioned on, I guess it would have been Tuesday's video that I went to hear speak on Sunday. And she said, Ron, I feel your pain. You are so passionate about freedom and changes. And you are right. You see what needs to be changed, but nobody is ready for it. And Tim Turner made the wrong turn with his Christian Republic, which I did not care for at the meeting I attended. So, Rusa is not ready either. I also am not surprised that they found something to arrest him for that is what is coming, I suppose, and maybe many fear that deep down and do not want to rock the boat. They do not want to be incarcerated. We all still might, whether we like it or not. You are way ahead, just like Jesus was. Nobody wanted to listen to him. The masses screamed, "Crucify him!" Yeah. And there's a lot of people that don't get it still. I don't know what I can do. I've been feeling really bad. However, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to discontinue. As long as I have a voice, I will speak. As long as I have a life and a light, I will live my life and let my light shine to the best of my ability. I'm not always going to get it right. I'm not one of those perfect people. I don't have all the answers. I had many more answers, or thought I did, when I was much younger. As I've gotten older, I've realized that many of the things I believed were true weren't true at all. They were simply beliefs that I chose because I was told that that was the truth. It wasn't the truth. I've believed many lies over the course of my life. Many lies. And one thing I won't do now, as I won't deal with these people that are perfect, as if they have something to teach me, because I've been there and done that, and I know the hypocrisy of it all, of thinking that I have the answers. I've been there. I've tried to correct people. I've tried to tell people, but you're wrong. I still do that in a different format than I used to. I used to do it one-on-one, individually. I very rarely do that way at all anymore. Now I just simply talk to a camera, a little thing sitting on the top of my computer monitor with a light shining in my face. I sit here, and I talk to a camera. And you that listen, you can choose to listen or choose to turn it off. And I don't need to know whether you liked it or didn't like it, whether you agreed or didn't agree. I appreciate those that share. I don't appreciate those who try to correct me, especially when I'm feeling low, especially when I'm feeling down. You're not being kind. You're not expressing wisdom. You're showing your own insensitivity to the place where I am when I'm hurting, and you're trying to tell me that I'm wrong for hurting, that I'm wrong for feeling angry, that I'm wrong for being disappointed, that I'm wrong for focusing on the physical world instead of the spiritual world. I've always focused on the physical world because I came here with the conscious mission to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth, which means manifestation, which means the physical world. Now you may say, well, that's not where I am. Okay, it's not where you are, so what? It's where I am. If you don't like it, don't listen. You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not asking you. I'm not trying to form a religion. Far from it. I despise religion. I want you to know that. And yet, at the same time, I honor all religious traditions because there are elements of truth in every religion. But there's also gross falsehoods in every religion, including Christianity, including the Muslim faith, including Hinduism and Buddhism. What did I forget? Judaism. They're the 5 big ones, and all the minor ones are just the same. They all have good, and they all have not so good elements within the structure and the belief system of the religion. We each have to find our own way and our own path and find a measure of contentment. But I will never be content as long as there is no freedom on this planet, as long as there is injustice that reigns, as long as there is corruption in our religious institutions, our governmental institutions, our financial institutions, our educational institutions, and our media. As long as they are lying, I will not be satisfied till everyone is free. And I want you to get that. And I will feel at times elated when I think that things are happening that are very good. And I do see some things that are happening that are very good. But to me, it's all promises, promises, promises. It's all tomorrow. It's not today. We don't have it yet. We haven't arrived yet. We haven't achieved our freedom yet as human beings. We still live in a slave mentality, in a slave system, in the matrix. And I want you to get that. I want everybody to get that. Because until we get that, we will not fix that. Do you hear me? I want to be kind and gentle. But more than either of those, I want to be truthful with what I see and, more importantly, what I feel. And what I feel sometimes is alienated from the very people I want to love and I want to receive love from, including romantic relationships. They have never worked the way that I would like them to. Never in my whole life. I have people express interest, but I'm not interested in people that are far away anymore. I made that mistake twice this year. I don't choose to make it again. I don't know what it's going to take for me to reach a level of satisfaction, a level of feeling like I accomplished my mission. I don't know what it's going to feel like because I haven't gotten there yet. I'm going to be honest with my ups and my downs. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to express, as long as I have a voice, whatever I'm going through. It will help some of you. It may hurt some of you. But it's your choice whether you choose to listen or not. I won't attack you individually. I will do my best not to come on your ship and tell you that you're wrong and you're sailing in the wrong direction. I may do that in videos, but I won't do it one-on-one. And I ask that you not do it one-on-one with me. If you think I'm wrong, okay, you're allowed to think I'm wrong. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. That's how I choose to deal with people that act as if they have all the answers and they're perfect. I choose to ignore you. I choose to delete your messages. I'm going to be much more rigid in doing that in the future than I have been in the past. I've been much more tolerant. I'm not going to be so tolerant. I'm going to be working on a shorter fuse. And that's my choice for now until I change my mind again. But I wanted to share this with you, and it will go up online as soon as I'm finished with the processing aspect, and it will be what it is. And you will take it for what it is or not. That's your choice. Thank you for listening. Namaste.